The Meg is a summer blockbuster shark film starring Jason Statham and Ruby Rose. Early reactions to The Meg are calling it the perfect popcorn flick, and the film is set to be 2018's biggest monster movie. Originally based on the 1997 book Meg, a Novel of Deep Terror, the movie diverts from its source material slightly, and throughout this video I'll be discussing the film's plot and ending as well as the main differences to the novella. There will of course be heavy spoilers here, so it may be worth skipping this video until you've had a chance to watch the film if you want to remain unspoiled. With that out the way, I'm Deffinition and I ruin the movie so you don't have to. Racked with guilt after failing to rescue underwater divers, Jonas Taylor finds redemption when he is tasked with saving the crew of the Mana 1. Mana 1 is a marine research station that is conducting scientific experiments that involve exploration into uncharted depths of the ocean. After suspecting that one of their deep sea vessels has been attacked by a megalodon, Mac, played by Cliff Curtis, decides that Taylor should attempt a rescue mission and sends the diver after the apparently doomed crew. Whilst they wait for Taylor to journey from Thailand, Soo Yin, one of the Mana 1's crew, attempts her own rescue mission. Taylor follows her and ends up rescuing other crew members Wall and Celeste. However, Toshi, who was part of the deep sea dive, realises that the megalodon will kill the rest of the crew on their return if it breaks free and closes the passage to his ship, sacrificing himself so that others can escape. Back at Mana 1, the station receives a signal that many sharks have broken through the depths of the ocean, including the megalodon. What follows is an attempt to track down the giant beast and inject poison into it before it can reach the mainland. While the crew does succeed in doing that with a shark, a case of mistaken identity forces them to kill the wrong one, and the megalodon attacks the crew, eating and injuring several of them. The other survivors attempt other attacks, including shooting the megalodon from a helicopter with grenades, but this fails, and when Taylor concludes that the megalodon is en route to a local Chinese beach, he enacts his final plan. Drawing the gigantic shark away from the beach, Taylor manages to cut the monster, which attracts other sharks to it, and they feast on the megalodon, finally killing it in the process. Whilst the story of the film follows the book slightly, there are still some major differences. The source material has several megalodons in it and also contains an appearance from a T-Rex. In the novel's prologue, which takes place during the Cretaceous period, a Tyrannosaurus Rex stumbles into the ocean and is devoured by the real apex predator of the age, the megalodon. Mana 1 does not feature in the book like it does in the film, however Taylor does set out to rescue a doomed submarine with his friend Tanaka. In the novel, when they arrive at the trench, Jonas and Tanaka's son dive into small submersibles. Out of nowhere, a male megalodon rises from the depths and kills Tanaka's son. Pulled to the surface by steel wiring as the beast attacks Tanaka's son, a second larger female megalodon rises out of the trench, and she attacks the male and feeds on him as he's pulled to the surface. His heated blood protects her from the cold water layer that has previously kept megalodons from entering the wider ocean, and she escapes into the wild. An apex predator like this being introduced into the ecosystem of the ocean has a massive effect and is one of the biggest concerns for Jonas. In the book, the megalodon attacks San Diego, not China, and Jonas also discovers that the megalodon is pregnant. Tanaka and Jonas manage to track down the female as she gives birth, and after sliding down her throat manage to kill her from the inside. The baby that the megalodon produces would later go on to star in the book's sequel, and the book ends with Jonas throwing the megalodon's tooth into the ocean, back where it belongs. It's a great story and I definitely recommend that you pick it up, especially if you're a shark fan. It's got loads of cool moments in it and it kept me on my seat throughout reading it. So, what did you think of The Meg? Have you read the book, and what did you prefer out of it and the film? Comment below and let me know, and if you enjoyed this video then please like it and subscribe to my channel. I create content like this weekly and there'll definitely be something on here that you'll love if you're a fan of film. Recently I did a video discussing how Thanos managed to survive Stormbreaker being thrown into his chest, so make sure you check that out next. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this. I've been Deffinition, you've been the best, and I'll see you next time. Take care, peace.